This is Velux Visualizer. We'll start a new project. Set the grid. This is the grid for just setting out a basic drawing. So this is set at 500mm. So just draw your room to whatever size you need to. Just click at each point. And there you can see just the basic form. You can change the wall height, which is basically the ceiling height, just down here. So let's make it 3 meters. The wall thickness is relative. If you've got really thick walls, just make it whatever it is, but 300mm is absolutely fine. So if we go onto the roof, if it's just a basic room with a flat ceiling, then just click flat. Roof thickness, just make 300. If you've got an overhang, then it will allow for that, but at this stage I wouldn't worry too much unless it's really important. You can do it with one slope, or you can do it with 2 slopes, and then you just got to input it if it's a top floor, pitch roof, that type of thing. So at the moment we'll just do a simple flat roof. In the location, just pick where you are. So in this case we'll say it's London. So if you're in a different country and you want to do some internal visuals, you might want to set the orientation up here, but we're just doing a simple daylight analysis, so it's not really required. So if you go to select some windows now, really straightforward. So you've got roof product, facade product, just ignore this one for now. So let's pick a window. So we can select a series of windows here, really simple shapes. There's some more here. You just input the size, so if we make that 1500 wide, make 1200 high, and you'll see it appears, and you just click with your left button and you can move that around. So really simple. The sill height is set here, all in millimeters. So if we raise that up, you can see it immediately change on the 3D model. So if we put a couple more in, we'll put a door in, because the door is at floor level. So make that 1200 wide. And we'll just add another window in. It turns red if there's a clash, if it's either clashing with another window or it's too high. So we'll put 3 windows in, and on the roof products, if you've got a pitch roof, you can input one of these, otherwise it's just a basic flat roof. They give you the option really just for the basic Velux windows, but that's fine. So what we'll do, we'll just put that over there for now. So you can see there the basic window openings. And surfaces, this really is about reflectance, so just pick something that's a little bit lighter, I guess, or if you know exactly what you're putting in. So just leave ceiling and wall at default, unless it's going to be wood. If you've got exposed CLT, that type of thing, it might well be worth looking to see if you can put something in. Don't worry about these facade products. Ignore the furniture unless you're doing internal visuals. Pretty much ignore the camera and go straight to render. And at the bottom left you can see render type, and what we're after is daylight factor. It automatically sorts out all these because it's basically consistent daylight. Just go to medium resolution and we'll click render. So you can see the key on the left, that's the daylight factor. So where you've got the red band here, you've got camera and zone. I don't quite know what the difference is. Anyway, that's the internal face here of the room. Now if we just click on the left hand side and start dragging this over, we can see it's got an average of 3.1% daylight factor. So if you oh, hang on, if you right click, it starts jumping around with that, but if you right click you can see the individual daylight factors, and that will give you an idea of where it's bright and where it's not. Basically you could just do a screenshot or a cut and paste of that, and that will give you basically what you need to know. So if we have a look here, so it's 3.1 daylight factor. So what we're going to do, we're just going to quickly, and you can see, let's look at this one here. You can see that the green line doesn't go particularly far. So what we want to do is try and make that go in a bit further. So if we go back to windows and doors, and we're interested in this one. So it's currently 2.1 meters high. So we'll just delete that off, add another facade product. We're going to make it a bit higher. And straight back to render, click render. So there, it's bumped us up by about 0.4%, which is not a huge amount, but you can just see, just getting a bit more daylight spread. And if we right click in there, we're getting 3.2% there, 2.7% there. We're looking for a minimum of 2%. Anything between 2 and 4% is pretty good actually. And below the roof light, we're getting about 1.9%.